Success of any given industry is defined by its consumers, right? But how do you measure consumer feedback? The right metrics to define consumers' feedback is through CSAT score, Consumer Satisfaction Score. What is the CSAT score of Indian real estate? Is it anywhere near basic level of satisfaction? The RERA, demonetization and a number of policy reforms were supposed to instill confidence in the minds of Indian home buyers. But after years of the initiatives being rolled out, nothing seems to have changed for the home buyers on ground. The Indian home buyers are still living with harsh realities of cheating and harassment at the hands of the builders. Defaults and unmet promises are more of a norm than exception in the Indian housing market. Track to Realty study of CSAT, Consumer Satisfaction Score in Indian real estate, is an eye-opener, with CSAT score as low as 18. The success of any given industry can only be measured with CSAT, and the business of real estate is no different. The CSAT score of Indian real estate stands as low as 18. What is even more surprising is the fact that 10 years back, the CSAT score of Indian home buyers was marginally higher with 21.2. The low CSAT score of Indian real estate is in contrast to the matured property markets of the world, where the consumer satisfaction score is in the range of 60. The low CSAT score is also an alarm bell for a housing market where the unsold housing inventory is a real cause of concern. A defect-free home and timely possession is a luxury that only a handful, as less as 14% home buyers have availed. CSAT score is the most scientific way to assess the performance of the given real estate company. It is broadly measured through the buyer's satisfaction with the given product as well as intention to become repeat buyer with the same developer or act as a referral buyer to friends and family. Buyer's CSAT score might be 18, but not many of them would be repeat buyers with the same builder. Only 12% Indians would buy the next property with the same builder. CSAT score is highest in Pune with a score of 34 and lowest in Noida with an abysmal score of 6. The study finds that project delays, defaults and hidden cost of housing robs a vast majority of the home buyers. More than 8 out of 10 home buyers, as many as 82%, are sulking with the home buying decision. More than half, as many as 54%, find a rental house far less troublesome than a house of one's own. Well, these are the findings of Pan India survey by Track to Realty. Track to Realty conducted this survey to assess the consumer satisfaction score post the so-called reforms that were supposed to bring tangible changes on ground for the home buyers. The survey was conducted in 10 cities: Delhi, Noida, Gurugram, Ghaziabad, Ahmedabad, Kolkata, Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Chennai and Coimbatore. The question here is, how do you assess your CSAT? Well, some of the questions that define CSAT score are: will you buy the next house with the same builder? Are you satisfied with the product that has been delivered? Has timelines and promises with the house being met? Will you refer the builder to the friends and family? Have builders' employees been responsive during and after the sale? The survey looked into 5 critical areas: home buyer satisfaction, trust index, promise and performance, delivery cycle hassles, and post-possession realities. Post-possession consumer feedback could probably give a facelift to the builder's credentials and help score higher CSAT. But unfortunately, the post-possession hassles are one of the key turnoffs for as many as 72% buyers. The survey noted that the vast majority of the Indians, 58% to be precise, reported more hassles during handover than during the endless wait of project delivery. Customer service during the construction life cycle was reported to be thorough, unprofessional by no less than 74% home buyers. 80% home buyers reported no response by the developers on the extended timelines. 46% even complained of hidden charges and coercion to pay more money under one pretext or the other. For instance, when the home buyer's check was not deposited on time by the marketing staff of the builder, then how is the buyer responsible for that and liable to pay delay penalty? But the builders do force the buyer to pay a delay penalty at the rate of 24% for their own fault. 88% home buyers complain that developers are still selling on super area and not carpet area, something that is illegal. 34% have even been coerced by the builder to sign the pre-dated consent on the future layout and FAR changes. What can a buyer do if he is categorically told to either sign the advance consent letter or else wait for possession till other home buyers sign it? Now, under the burden of both the rent and the EMI, the buyer has no choice but to surrender. All the buyers don't have bandwidth to fight the builder in a long and expensive legal battle, and a majority do sign under duress. More than two-thirds Indians, as many as 68%, categorically maintain that they wish to drag the builder to court. But the lengthy and expensive legal battle is a deterrent. Has RERA given the home buyers some respite? Not really. 70% Indians think RERA is just another window of litigation and the builders don't comply with the RERA orders. Unfair contract is cited by 82% Indians as the root cause of malice in the Indian real estate. 70% home buyers allege they get to see the builder-buyer agreement only when they have already made the initial payment. This is like a chicken and egg syndrome of Indian housing market. Most of the home buyers don't come forward to challenge the unfair contract, and hence the builders get away with this. In rare cases, when the buyer challenges the builder under the Consumer Protection Act, then the builder harasses him with costly, lengthy, and in many cases, false and frivolous litigations. Builders in-house facility management is a real bone of contention for a vast majority of Indians. 62% believe the developers' greed to pocket money with facility management should be stopped by law. As many as 84% home buyers believe a professionally hired facility management agency is the need of the hour to settle the teething issues during and after the possession. Do builders even understand the need for measuring CSAT score? Not many home buyers, 92% to be precise, have even heard of the developers measuring the satisfaction level of the home buyers. A vast majority of them, 68%, have never been approached by the builder or his team once the property has been handed over to them. In the end, I would only say that shocking is an understatement when one is trying to assess the consumer satisfaction score of Indian real estate. Do you feel any different? Feel free to comment, and thanks for watching.